Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Of course, happy Juneteenth. I think that's how you pronounce it properly. And also, happy Wednesday. And just a reminder, we have our live chat tonight at 8 p.m. And also, it actually helps the channel quite a bit if you could like, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested in more detailed information, like how long this humid weather pattern will continue and what's going on in the Gulf of Mexico with that tropical disturbance, definitely check out the premium consulting membership, only $15 a month. Currently, right now, we have the high pressure system off the coast, and that's supporting our Bermuda high. And you know it's in control when you start to feel the humidity increasing. Temperatures this morning have been steadily rising. We're in the mid 70s to lower 80s throughout the region. Our temperatures are warming up a little bit faster where we have the clear skies, and you can see where we have some of those lingering low and mid level clouds, keeping temperatures in the mid 70s. But everyone's going to be warming up. Warming may be the wrong word here. How about just uncomfortable, hot, humid, steamy? Yeah, it's summer and it's going to be a hot and humid one, that is for sure. And we're getting our first taste of that with this mini heat wave. Really, heat wave conditions are really going to be focused around the Delaware River Valley, where you're going to have at least 3 days of 90-degree temperatures or higher. If you're right along the coast, you might be saying to yourself, "Hey, what heat wave? It's certainly humid, but it's not like it's 100 degrees or anything." Well, the reason why is because you have that influence from the Atlantic Ocean. You're going to get a nice sea breeze front because the winds overall are relatively light. And so as a result, you're going to stay cooler around, let's say, Long Island and the Jersey Shore than you will, let's say, in central New Jersey or southwestern or around portions of the Philadelphia metro, even portions of New York City metro. Manhattan itself is going to easily push into the 90s, but JFK will be stuck in the 70s and 80s because of the influence from the Atlantic Ocean. So I wouldn't call this a widespread heat wave. I would call this a localized heat wave, in which your areas where you have your urban heat island effect is going to definitely keep your temperatures in the 90s, but regardless, the humidity is going to make it feel like the mid 90s, which is why we have heat advisories out, because that heat index is not something to take lightly, as it can really knock you on your butt. So definitely use some caution, drink plenty of water today. And if you can, stay out of the sun during the peak times from 12 to 4. If you have to go out, if you have to work out, if you have to go do anything with the yard, I would suggest doing so in the morning hours or in the evening hours. Right now, on our weather tap radar, high pressure is in control, no precipitation. However, we had a few thunderstorms pop up around northeastern Pennsylvania yesterday. I would not be surprised to get a pop-up thunderstorm here and there. And with the upper level winds being so light, wherever the thunderstorms develop, they're pretty much just going to sit there. And that could lead to some pretty heavy rainfall in some localized areas. So most of the region will remain dry, and then you kind of get this bullseye of heavy rainfall here and there based on these little thunderstorms. On the visible satellite picture, you can see the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, kind of a haziness to our air mass. But you could also see some of the mid-level clouds that we were talking about, keeping temperatures slightly cooler around the region this morning in the mid 70s. There's little outflow boundaries mixed in this satellite picture. And that is what's going to lead to the development of some isolated thunderstorms around the region. But the key word there is isolated. Most locations will just have sunny skies with a few cumulus here and there. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see the influence of our Bermuda High, where we have most of our thunderstorm potential out here towards the Ohio River Valley and up towards New England. And we are caught under that high pressure system supporting our muggy conditions. So for today, hazy, hot, and humid, with temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to lower 80s on Long Island, mid to upper 80s on the coast, and upper 80s to lower 90s everywhere else, with the heat index pushing into the mid 90s. For tonight into tomorrow morning, muggy again with low temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s. For tomorrow afternoon, Rinse and repeat, hazy, hot, and humid, with temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, mid to upper 80s along the immediate coast, and lower to mid 90s everywhere else, with a heat index in the mid to upper 90s. On Friday, we're going to watch a frontal boundary try to push south from New England. That's going to lead to the potential for scattered showers and thunderstorms, and one or two of these thunderstorms could actually reach severe levels. Now, depending on where the frontal boundary sets up is really going to determine your temperatures for Friday. We're going to have low temperatures easily in the upper 60s to lower 70s throughout the region. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 80s around Connecticut and Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s around the New York City metro, up through the Delaware River Valley and northeastern Pennsylvania, lower to mid 90s in southeastern Pennsylvania and central and southern New Jersey, with a heat index in the mid to upper 90s. Where you have your cooler temperatures, that's also where you're also going to have more of your widespread showers and thunderstorm potential. So, yeah, you're cooler, but it's also very muggy because it's going to be raining with thunderstorms. And when they break, you'll be in the mid 80s, but your dew point will be around 70. So, not really much of a relief in that respect. Then we get to Saturday. That frontal boundary hangs around, let's say, just north of New York City through the Hudson River Valley, up towards the Poconos and Catskills. And that's going to introduce the potential for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. And again, that divide in temperatures. Look for low temperatures to range from the upper 60s to lower 70s in your interior, lower to mid 70s in your suburbs, mid to upper 70s in your urban areas. So those warm, low temperatures tells us we're going to be very humid, very muggy. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 80s in Long Island, Connecticut, your interior, upper 80s to lower 90s around the New York City metro, lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley, Philadelphia metro, central and southern New Jersey, with a heat index in those areas once again pushing into the mid to upper 90s, possibly breaking 100 degrees. Then on Sunday, the frontal boundary lifts north. Still a threat for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. Still hazy, hot, and humid, with low temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s over the interior and your suburbs, mid to upper 70s in your urban areas. High temperatures will range once again from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, mid to upper 80s along the immediate coast and over the interior, lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley. On Monday, we have a cold front moves through, and that's going to produce widespread showers and thunderstorms. A few of these thunderstorms could be severe. Look for low temperatures in the mid to upper 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 70s in your suburbs, upper 70s to lower 80s in your urban areas. High temperatures will range from the upper 70s to lower 80s on Long Island, mid to upper 80s along the coast, mid to upper 80s over the interior, and lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley. On Tuesday, the cold front clears through the region with high pressure in control. Low temperatures will be a bit cooler, ranging from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast. High temperatures will still be at the same levels, but lower humidity. So mid to upper 80s over the interior along the coast, and upper 80s to lower 90s in the Delaware River Valley, but the heat index will be pretty close to where your temperatures are because the humidity will be lower. But then on Wednesday, that humidity begins to rebound with, again, scattered cloud cover expected. Can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm. Our low temperatures are back in the 60s and 70s with mid to upper 60s over the interior, lower to mid 70s along the coast, and high temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, mid to upper 80s along the coast, upper 80s to lower 90s over the interior, and lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley with a heat index in the mid to upper 90s. That is your forecast discussion for today. I look forward to seeing everyone tonight at 8 p.m. In the meantime, stay safe out there.